Hello everyone, I'm excited today to be reviewing a prop firm that is broker backed. Kind of looking at something a little bit different than other traditional prop firms here, guys. The broker backed prop firm space has been growing rapidly. We're seeing companies like Awanda, for example, ThinkCapital and IC Markets introducing their own kind of prop firms in the space. The reason I have selected ThinkCapital today for review and why I think it is so special and currently stands out in the broker-backed prop firm market is that they are currently offering challenges to U.S. clients with their TradingView integrated system. And I think that's great. Most of the other prop firms that are backed by brokers are being very safe right now, unfortunately, and they're not allowing for other U.S. traders to kind of get involved with them. So ThinkCapital being backed by such an amazing broker is really great. I think we're going to be kind of seeing what kind of separates this firm from others. And I'm going to be looking over some of the important rules in this video that I think you guys should know before buying a challenge, and also looking at kind of some of the pros and cons. So hopping into the two-step challenge, we're going to be taking a few looks at what we can kind of add on to our challenge and what they're going to be able to give you in terms of their two steps. So currently this prop firm is a phase 1 8% and a phase 2 5%. They also have the ability for you to add on or purchase the classic 10 5% model, which I do find to be a little bit better, especially if you're going for a long-term funded account. That gives you more max drawdown. I find that very, very helpful. Also, they of course have something like the 90% profit split, and it's not listed here, but we're going to get over that into our next page. Our next page being the checkout page, of course, guys. We're going to be looking at a little bit of the pricing and how things are going. Now, currently, I wasn't able to find a ton of promo codes, so the price is probably a little bit flexible. I bet if you really dig, you're going to be able to find about 10 to 15%, but it wasn't as common currently as of today. There wasn't like a lot of promo codes that I could find on like prop firm space. So you're going to be paying a little bit more for an account like this, but I do want to stress that because this is a broker-backed prop firm that's been in the industry, once again, ThinkMarkets has been in the industry for quite a while, over 14 years at this point. You're kind of paying for that peace of mind. You're kind of paying for that, okay, they're probably not going to have solvency issues. They're probably not going to just pull the rug out on me if I get a challenge with them. So for something like that, I'm willing to pay a little bit more, and I think in terms of trader, you should be as well. So let's look a little bit at how much this is going to add here to our total cost. Now, let's say I wanted to get something, or how I would set up my challenge, for example. Now, before we go ahead and actually click on these add-ons, I want to explain a rule to you guys really quick, which I'll show in a next slide just for a just for a proof. But this firm has news trading in their first phase, second phase, but on the live phase, if you do not select the news trading rule and you violate their news trading rule, you will breach the account, and it's a hard breach. You will lose the account fully. So for someone like me who's a swing trader, I don't want to risk that at all. Personally, I'm always going to be purchasing the news trading option if, in this case, for example, my trade hits news while I'm asleep because it's a swing position. I don't want to have that risk on me and that stress. So I'm always going to be purchasing the news trading option, which is going to add a little bit to the cost, of course. But I think for that peace of mind, especially if you're going for a long-term approach, it's really quite worth it. So for me, I would just do the classic 10 and 5 in the news trading. As you can see, that does increase the price almost by 50%. So you're going to be paying a little bit more, like I said, for this, guys. But once again, you're having that safety and peace of mind with this account. So just remember the news trading rule, and I'm actually going to show you guys a little bit more of that in depth right now. All right, guys, hopping into the fine print of the news rule. As you guys know, industry standard, we have the 2 minutes on either side of the red folder news. But more importantly here, let's also take a look at the simulated or the phase 1 and phase 2 challenges here. If you're rapidly or kind of gambling on the news, they might revert you back to phase 1. So once again, guys, I don't recommend gambling as a trader here. If you're going for long-term growth, I recommend taking a long-term system with an edge. So just don't even worry about that. If you're gambling, probably not the firm for you, so I would just stay away from this one. But coming down here, guys, most important part of the entire rules section here for news is that any activity during this 4-minute period or window will result in immediate termination of the funded agreement, account cancellation, and forfeiture and every profit. So, guys, extremely, extremely important that if you don't have the news add-on, you are risking your entire account if it gets hit. So, really, really recommend purchasing that news add-on if you're going to be going long-term with this firm. hopping on over into the VPN and VPS section, guys. Basically, just don't do it if you're not using an EA. To sum things up, if you do have an EA, you are permitted, but you basically want to be in communication with them about that. And they do have a preferred VPS provider, which is Forex VPS. So just the EA space has changed a little bit with prop firm trading, so you kind of want to be open and honest about your use of a VPS or VPN, or especially if you're using an EA. So if you're going to be doing that with this firm, you can just make sure you're probably going to want to use Forex VPS with them. I'm sure they probably allow other ones. I can't confirm or deny that at this point. But once again, just be open and honest. And if you're going to be using a VPN for like spoofing reasons, don't even try it, guys. The prop firm industry has gotten very, very good at their detection, so it's not worth the risk. Okay, so looking over the hard breach rules, as you guys know, with some firms, if you hard breach your account, you're sometimes still entitled to some of the profit, maybe the full amount of profit or 50%. For this firm, they do not do that at all. So if you breach your account, you are losing any profit that is still in the account. So once again, guys, be very, very careful with the news rule. I think really I'm just hammering into this video. If you're going with this firm, make sure you get that news add-on. But otherwise, yeah, just don't trade your account with the expectation that you will be able to keep anything if you breach the account. Also, a quick check here, guys, on the merging. Not allowed for this specific firm. And I also want to note that this firm is a max allocation of $300,000. And to hit that, you could do it in multiple different ways, but probably the most common would be buying 300K challenges. I believe you can trade them all the same, so that's fine, but you cannot merge the accounts. And just hopping on over into the ThinkMarkets About page, we can see that once again, as I said before, they have been established since 2010, almost 15 years at this point, guys. Getting really close to 15, in fact. But once again, guys, they have a lot of credibility, and just in my personal experience with ThinkMarkets, I'm a fan. I have used prop firms in the past that use ThinkMarkets for their execution, and their spreads are usually really, really solid. So in terms of how I like ThinkMarkets, how I think ThinkCapital is going to perform in terms of their spreads and their executions, I think there's going to be no problem at all. So I'm really excited to try this firm in the future. And in fact, I'm really excited, and I hope that other broker-backed firms introduce essentially their services to U.S. clients. So thank you guys for watching this video. I would recommend ThinkCapital, and I probably will be purchasing an account with them in the future. So have a good one, guys. Keep on trading. Keep striving to be the best trader you can be, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.